Hello everyone, welcome to Tesla Shree channel, and today I just received the FSD Beta 10.5 update, which got downloaded last night, and I've installed it, and they have made a lot of improvements in this update from the previous one, so I will put the release notes again. If anyone wants to take a look at it and read through it, you can feel free to. So I did a couple of hard brakes there. You might not have noticed it, but I can definitely feel it. But it's been doing great so far. And I did notice a few things with the 10.5 update. They automatically disable the beta on your car, and you had to go back and re-enable it. I think they updated the terms of use for beta, so they want you to read through it. So make sure if you receive the 10.5 update, make sure to go back and turn the beta back on in your settings, so that when you start driving, you have the beta available. So that's one thing I noticed, and they do also mention that I think they'll be monitoring it even more rigorously about how you handle when FSD Beta is enabled. So they talk about the suspension as well with the 10.5 beta version. So it got me to the right lane. I think it saw there's no one there, so it got me. And yeah, so far it's been doing really great. No issues at all. So yeah, I was saying they talk about the suspension in the release notes. So if there's any forced disengagement by the car for your beta, when you're driving in full self-driving and it disengages you for some reason, for not paying attention maybe, or if you do something that it doesn't like, so they will suspend beta from your car. So saying that, yeah, I am doing a city drive today again, pretty much the same route I did last time, but maybe a street apart. I'm still going to the same destination as 10.4, what I did in my 10.4 video, and let's see how it handles, how 10.5 handles with the similar situation. Pretty much the same time during the lunch time I had to step out. Yeah, so let's see. I like the red Tesla in front of me. I like color is pretty good. I like red as well. Probably if I didn't have a black one, I would have probably gone with the red one. So in this update, they also have improved the visualizations, is what they say, and I think it'll probably be showing you a lot more, things around when you're driving. And I did see somewhere they do show pets now, like a image for if it sees a dog somewhere, it is able to visualize it. So which is pretty interesting. I've not seen that yet. But yeah, I'll point out if I notice something. It does go a little too close to the left when it's trying to center it. That's always been something I've been, I even mentioned in my previous video that it tries to go too close to the center, or even when it's making a left turn, it goes too close to the curb. So it's still doing that a bit here. It goes a little to the center. Usually when when you are driving, you would try to keep a little towards the right, not concentrate too much on centering, because you never know, someone on the left lane might come too close. So I would avoid being too much to the center. But in a sense, it's a good thing, because on my right, you do see a bike lane. So if someone's riding and and if it's too much to the right, there's a possibility of it immediately seeing a biker on the street, and you want to avoid any accidents. So I think it's good, but yeah, it's okay. It stopped, did a little slow turn. It's probably because it probably saw a pedestrian there, so it did a little slower turn, but it has been it's been doing really good. So it sees a truck pull out, so it's slowing down for it now. I don't know what this person is doing, but it handled it really well. It slowed down. It predicted that that person is going to stop, and slowed down for it. They're great handling. So there's the right turn coming up, and the last time there was actually like a trailer or something parked immediately as soon as you make the right, and they had barricades all the way around it. I don't know if that's still the case. I'll have to do the same right turn now, and the last time it handled that really well. So I'll see if it how it does this time as well. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So it is centered, which is great, but the truck is too close to me. He's pretty much driving on the lane marking. So I would try to keep a little towards the right to avoid, So he is coming over to this lane, so it slowed down, which is great. I mean, I think this drive, it's pretty much it's 100% full self-driving beta that's been driving. I have barely taken over. I mean, I didn't take over once, so it's doing really great. It's come a lot. I mean, it's come long ways for sure. So there's a railway crossing there, and I remember, I don't know if they fixed that, but it doesn't slow down for it. You usually go a little slow on the tracks so that you don't damage your car. So I hope that's fixed. But there are a lot of cars in front of me, so I think it should do fine. Perfect. It's going too close. Oh my god, it's going too close to me. Yeah, it's trying to center it, and it's going too close to the other car. And if I go on the lane, it beeped because I went on the lane, but the truck beside me was coming too close to comfort. So, but yeah, glad it passed it. All right, so here's the right turn that's coming up. Don't see anything, so let's see how it does the right turn. Yeah, perfect. I think perfect right turn. So today my destination, it wants to take me in. Let's see if it does take me in, and it does slow down for speed bumps now, so which is good. Okay, wow. So it did take me in. Oh, so it took me in, and then it was trying to go to the right, but there was like a truck there, so I took over. So let me park here, and then well, let me show you the auto park as well, since it's prompted it. So yeah, depending on the spot you are at, it does bring up auto park, so it wants to do it as well. So in the future, you can imagine the whole full self-driving beta. I mean, the full self-driving would work like that, it would park for you. Okay, so that's good. It is centering it. So yeah, great parking. It's well within the lanes. Still backing up a bit. Perfect. So I was saying, in the future, when full self-driving is fully developed, it would take you to your location and then park for you. You can get down, and then once you're done, you get back in, put your next destination, and it'll take you there. So yeah, let me finish my work, and then I'll come back. All right, so I'm done dropping off my package. So let's see how it does. It's trying to gauge it. No. So let me take over from here. So it's probably needs some more time. So let me pull out, help it a bit. Let's see if it takes me out of this facility. So it's not getting it. It's trying to go to the left, but I need to make a right here. So it's probably trying to get me out using the navigation, but I'll pull it out. Okay, there we go. So we have the full self-driving available, and it's going out. I think we're back on track now. It did try to put on the blinker a couple of times, turn signal, but I don't know what happened. So there's another right turn that's coming up that it messed up the last time. So there's a truck trying to make a left. Let it make the left and go back a bit. All right. Because I didn't want to be in the way. All right, so I've turned it back on. This is a considerably busy street, so it is creeping forward. Oh, there was a car coming over, so I had to brake. That's okay. Yeah, so I think it didn't see, or it would have probably slowed down after it got onto the street, but I didn't want to risk it, so I took over there. And yeah, there's another steep turn coming, right turn, which it struggled a lot last time, where there were a few cars that were trying to come out to this street and make a right, so it was struggling there. So let's see how it does now. And I do see it has a huge obstacle there again. So there are a lot of people trying to make the turn. So let's see. I'll be very cautious here, and let's see how it does. Maybe reduce it a bit. So it did it. There you go, perfect. Right turn, and then it sees the cars and it stopped. So let me press the accelerator a bit, because the black car is waiting for me to go, and it did it. It did it. Let me send the feedback just so they are aware of those situations. So there is a worker here, so I want to be extra cautious. But yeah, it did great. If you see my last video, it was struggling, but it did great this time. So there's a car coming, the stop sign, there's no one there, so it can go now. but I think that there are a few signs that were blocking its view. So I just pressed the accelerator ever so lightly, and then it did fine. And also there was a cone there, I don't know if you saw that, so it did avoid that and then come back to the street. So this version definitely is doing a lot better, and I've been intervening a lot less. So that van was again pretty much was in my lane, so I was being cautious. So yeah, as I was saying, it's been doing really great. I mean, I have been intervening less and less. It's just that people behind you sometimes might get restless because for some decisions it takes some time. When it tries to make a right turn, and it's still thinking what it needs to do. So that's where you might be pissing off some people on the street, but in the end you're helping build something better. So I think it's fine. It's worth it. So it's just a straight road all the way for another mile, and then it needs to make a right. So I'll probably let the video run till then, and then I'll stop it after it makes a right and see how it does till then. But yeah, I see definite improvement in 10.5 for sure. And if you notice the visualization, it does track it. It highlights the car it's trying to, it's if it's following something, or if that might be in your way, it highlights it. So if you notice, out of the two, the sedan right in front of me is highlighted. So it moved over, now it's tracking the truck. And I think I mentioned in my earlier videos, it does track the brake lights now, which it didn't before. So if you notice the car here, it's not able to see the brake lights of that car, so you don't see it, but everything else, it tracks it. And as soon as the truck in front of me started going, the brake lights were off, it stopped showing the brake lights as well. So it's real-time tracking, which is really impressive. And I think if they start slowing down based on the brake lights, which okay, it's just trying to go to the left lane, but there was a car coming and it didn't go because the truck in front of me is going a little slower. So it was trying to go to the faster lane and then come back. But it's good that it watched out for the car on the left and then slowed down and avoided making the lane change to overtake. So yeah, I was saying if it slows down based on the brake lights in the front, it'll be great, because then you're predicting based on two things, when to stop. So you're doing it based on the distance in front of you, and also if someone is braking, it only makes sense for you to slow down based on that. That's how humans do it. So that's important. I think it's but yeah. And that part, I'm not sure if they already do that, based on the brake lights, if it already slows down. I'm not sure of that. But if they are already doing that, it's great. So it does close the gap even a bit better than before. Sometimes it would sit there even if the person in the front moved, and there would be a bigger gap, but now it does a lot better in closing the gap. So we're making a right here. Perfect right. I mean, no issues at all. It's been, yeah, I see definite changes, definite improvements in this version. So I need to make a left next, maybe in like 1.5 mile. So let's see when it will take me over to the left lane. I think within city it changes lanes based on if you need to make a left or a right, like a mile ahead. It tries to bring you over. So there's still about 0.4 miles left before that. So I think it's still it's keeping me on the right lane. And let's see, around a mile remaining. Let's see if it brings me over. Yeah, you see the sign, the message that says upcoming lane change. Yeah, like I predicted, it's doing it like a mile ahead, and then it brings you over to the lane you need to be on, which is great. Alright, I'll probably go ahead and stop the video here, and then hope you enjoyed this update on the FSD Beta. And yeah, it's doing a lot better, getting a lot better, and as and when I receive updates, I'll probably do similar drives and share my experience with testing out the beta version. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.